Get ready boys and girls for this year's mandatory Grindfest. Courtesy of Ubisoft, you can take this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to run around completely empty streets, searching through piles of garbage for something to do. The Division is a half MMO, half third-person shooter thing set in New York after everyone caught the chickenpox and left all of their car doors open. And it's divided into two sections, the PvE single-player area and the PvP multiplayer area, which is called the Dark Zone. Okay, before I squeeze a solid one out on Ubisoft's chest, we'll do the whole thing where I talk about the positives. Because it's not like the Division beta is bad at all really. Like yeah, there's fuck all to do, but someone in the comments will shout at me about how it's a beta, so I'll just leave it. The PvE content is alright. There's nothing particularly spectacular about the whole thing really. You just go from place to place spraying 5 clips of ammo into a bullet sponge enemy and then picking up the loot that they drop. And then the PvP content is honestly even more sparse. It's just a different area where everyone goes to get more loot. No one really does any PvP because everyone gangs up on you and treats you like a little boy in a Catholic church. But like I said, lack of content can change, I just feel like I have to note it. My problem really is that there's no real core enjoyment beyond getting loot. And some people love the loot grind, but other than this game being pretty and having decent shooting mechanics, it's just kind of passable, bland and vanilla, like boiled potatoes. Yeah, it's food and it does the job, but it's certainly nothing special. It's just with all the hype surrounding this game, I feel like I'm missing something, because this really feels like a case of the Watch Dogs for me. I just get this feeling that the end product will ultimately just be alright. It won't even be entertaining in a negative way, it'll just be completely unremarkable, like Watch Dogs. To be completely honest, I did get a lot of enjoyment from the beta, and that's because it's got some things that make it like my kind of a game. I like H1Z1, I like Counter-Strike, so this being another game that lets me shout racism at random people on the internet is great, but that's sort of a small part of the game, because outside of the few interactions in the Dark Zone, you're left to the silence and the kind of uninspired cover shooting. Also, I have to mention that open mic is enabled by default, and that's just awful, because it's sort of creepy to be able to hear people breathing as they walk past you, especially since they don't know that you can hear them. Also, one guy was just screaming in what I can only assume was Hebrew. We were actually given 2 pieces of actual content to enjoy in this particular beta though. There were 2 admittedly fun yet similar story missions to play. In both you have to fight through a bunch of dudes to save someone and then bring them back to your base so that they can upgrade your skills. I just hope that from that particular area of the game we get to see more variety and plenty of content in the full game. Because yeah, they were nice little repeatable quests and everything else kind of felt like Fallout 4, where it's go here, do the thing, receive loot. Just, if you want to take my advice, then don't pre-order, but by all means if you want to, then go buy The Division when it comes out because it at least has solid foundations to build upon. 7 out of 10 bin bags.